Bring his client in.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, Miss Hugh. 1 second while we get everybody set up.
Yes, Your Honor.
At the podium. All right, I think we're situated. Let's go ahead and get started. We're on the record in 25 CCR 243-898, stated Texas versus Liu Yang Shulik.
现在法官叫你的案件号码25CCR 243-898是州政府起诉卢杨 Shulek.
Miss Hugh, I'm going to go ahead and swear you in as well.
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will truly and accurately translate from English to Mandarin and from Mandarin to English, so help you God?
I do.
Very good. You can lower your hand.
Thank you,
All
Judge.
right, Mr. Tang, well, I'm going to need you to give me an update on the case.
Afternoon, Judge.
Calls for interpretation. Go ahead, Miss Hugh.
法官现在是叫你的律师谭先生把这个案子大概跟法官做一个陈述。那他希望律师讲一段停一段，可以给我时间来翻译。
Mr. Tang, go ahead. Mr. Tang. Oh.
Judge, so I've been trying to get an update on this case.
我现在想要给你一个关于这个案子的进展。
From Mr. Evans.
从 Mr. Evans 这里。
From Mr. Benson?
从
The last
Vincent
time
这
I
里来
checked with Mr. Evans, I believe the prosecutor was going to attempt to contact the complaining witness.
那他上一次最后跟检察官讲到的，他是也试着要去跟这个提出来这个抱怨的这个证人联络。
The last update I got from the prosecutor was that it was his, I think, a third attempt on phone calls, and if the complaining witness cannot be reached by then, the ADA either will send out a letter or send out their investigators to try to get in touch with the complaining witness.
那么他最后一次跟检察官联络的时候，检察官告诉他，他试着3次打电话去跟这个提出来这个抱怨的人联络，可是都没有联络上。那么根据这个程序，那接下来就是这个检察官办公室 ADA 要送一封信出去，或者是说送调查员去。
All right.
I think the.
Go ahead, Mr. Tang.
I think I'm sorry, Jan. I think the DA's procedure is such, and I think a plea offer cannot be conferred until they have exhausted all attempt to contact the complaining witness, and that's where we at this time.
所以律师现在向法官报备，就因为说检察官试着要去联络这个证人，没有办法联络到。那么因为这个程序还没有走完，所以就变成说现在就你的案子，双方还没有办法达成协议。
All right. Thank you, Mr. Tang. Mr. Benson, why don't you pipe in? Tell me what's going on.
他说：“谢谢唐律师。那然后接下来看这个检察官 Vincent 讲什么。”
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. The The state's confused about defense's mention of lack of communication. We did discuss this case in depth on either Monday or Tuesday of this week. Yes, I believe it was Tuesday. And I informed the defense about our internal procedures about making victim contact.
那检察官他说，法官大人他说啊，这个被告的这个律师讲的有一点不大正确的地方。那实际上我们都为了这件案子有在联络。那我们之间，他之前说我们中间的联络不够多，他说实际上不是这样的。我最后一次跟这个被告律师联络是这个礼拜一或者礼拜二，我有告诉他说我们内部的程序是怎样。
The state will commence its final round of attempted outreach to the victim by the end of this week. And if all else fails, the state will be sending a letter next week and will therefore finish the necessary rounds of victim outreach that my office requires.
那么检察官向法官报备说，他说我们会试着再去跟这个受害人进行联络。那跟这个受害人联络，我们这个礼拜就会做这件事情。那么已经，假如是做了的话，那下一个礼拜，那我们就会寄信去给这个受害人。那这个就是我们完成最后一步的程序。
The state understands that this process can take a long time and is sympathetic to that. However, the state wants to ensure that all internal procedures are followed accordingly.
检察官向法官报备说，他说通常像这样的程序时间都可以拖很长。那当然，我很同情这个被告和被告律师他现在所在的这个情况。那实际上是要花时间的。
Nothing more from the state, Your Honor.
我们检察官没有什么要说的了。
Mr. Tang, anything further?
唐律师还有
Judge,
什么要讲的吗？
Judge, my connection, that's why I was attempt to connect via Zoom using my phone because the internet connection here is a bit choppy. From what I gathered, I wasn't making the issue of the non-communication. We have been in communication between the defense and the prosecution. And I believe during the interpretation, there was the interpreter was saying that I was complaining there was no communication. That's not true. We've been communicating between defense and the prosecution. I'm not sure if that's the internet connection, the choppiness, maybe there's something got missed. So, but that's the status, Your Honor.
唐先生，唐律师他说因为他的这个电脑的接线不是很稳定，所以他有用他的电话，他不知道说是不是因为这个信号的关系有断断续续。他认为翻译有讲错，翻译有说这个检察官说有抱怨说跟他的联络不多，实际上我没有。Actually, Your Honor, the interpreter makes a statement here that I did not add any interpretation or took off any interpretation. It was the state prosecutor said that defense attorney was saying lack of communication. That's what I interpret. So I did not alter, add, took off, or change any of the statement made by the prosecutor.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Hugh.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I've heard enough at this point in time. I know where it stands. The state is going to continue with their attempted contact with the complaining witness. Hopefully we can get this case to resolution maybe before the next status hearing on 10-2.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I have excuse?
Hold on, let her interpret.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
法官说：“他说到目前为止，我听到双方的陈述，我已经知道足够的情况是怎样了。他现在要给这个政府检察官进一步的时间来做他们应该做到的事情，一直到我们下一次再来听证这个案件的进展。”
All right, thank you all. Everybody's free to go.
现在结束了，
Thank you,
可以
Honor.
走了。 Thank you, Honor.
God
May I be
bless.
excused?
Yes, you may. Thank you, Monsieur. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Judge.
Thank you, Monsieur.
All right, Mesa. Miss Moreno. Miss Moreno.
I was emailing with her 20 minutes ago, so I know that she's.
Miss Moreno, are you there? All right, put him back in the waiting room. We're going to go on to the next case. All right, we're on the record in 24 CCR 239-779, stated Texas versus Kelvin Ogobejeli Itonodon. Mr. Kovac, can you hear me?
I can, yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Kovac, why don't you give me your status update on the case?
Yeah, I've looked at everything, Your Honor. We have everything, including the Brady disclosures. I spoke with Rodney on this case a while back. We're ready to proceed. We've got a pretrial scheduled October 30th. As far as discovery goes, we're good. I've got an offer from Rodney. Just need to meet with my client and try to get this resolved or show up at the pretrial in October.
Okay. State?
That sounds about right, Your Honor.
All right. Well, Mr. Kovac, here's the deal. You got pretrial on 10/30. I know last setting y'all had talked about him entering into a diversion program. Is that no longer the case?
I would love for him to, and on that point, he's above a 0.15 over 3.5 hours after his arrest. So if I can get the state to get me below a 0.15, that opens the door for the diversion program. But that's something Ronnie and I probably need to talk about. But yes, that is still my goal. And I just did the extrapolation math, and I can get him below a 0.15. So probably a conversation between Rodney and I, but that is the ultimate goal in my opinion.
And if I may add something, Your Honor, Mr. Itoandon's BAC is actually within the range to submit a packet to our office for consideration of the PTI contract, since it is below a 0.18, which is the number that we cap at. So if Mr. Kovac, if you can get a packet in sometime soon, we can review that.
We'll do that. We'll work on it now, and give me a couple weeks. We'll get it to you.
Let's try to get it all done and figured out and have an answer back by the status conference.
Very
So
well.
try to get that in as soon as possible.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. You're free to
All
go.
right.
Your client
Thank you,
vote.
sir. All
Thank
right, thank you.
Ms. Moreno. Ms. Moreno.
I just sent her an email, Your Honor.
Ms. Moreno. There we go.
Sorry about that. I just stepped away. Anytime I step away is when my case gets called.
We're on the record in 24 CCR 241248, State of Texas versus Litzy Andrea Meza. Ms. Moreno, if you'd give me an update on your case.
So I've spoken with my client and the state, and I think we have an agreement. She's gonna accept the deferred. So we just need to come in to do the paperwork.
Okay, let's find a date. Sarah? Would you like to plea on Tuesday, the 26th, 9 a.m.?
I'm set for trial in Harris County that morning at 9:30. Is there an there's no afternoon docket that day, is there?
No, the plea docket's at 9 a.m. How about the 2nd? September 2nd,
I could do
1:30
this.
p.m.
Oh, at 1:30 on the 2nd?
Yes.
That's perfect. That'll work.
Okay. All right, I'll see you and your client in my courtroom on September 2nd at 1:30 p.m.
Thank
Y'all
you.
agree? Thank you.
Mhm.
All right, thank y'all.
Thank you, Your Honor.